Welcome. So let's just do a quick news update on some key things that are going on in our industry. I think you need to be aware of. Um, we've been, the last few weeks have been absolutely a mess for me in regard to a lot of the things I'm working on for International Association of Electrical Inspectors, the Western section. Now we have the Eastern section. We cleaned up the public inputs. I made a bunch of public inputs for National Electrical Code, NFPA 70. I chaired two task groups. One focused on alternative energy, the other focused on marinas and other bodies of water. So two great teams that we've been working on, and I've been shifting gears and balancing things. So I know there are a few people that have been trying to get a hold of me on various items. I apologize for not being able to get back to you on that, Tommy. You're one of those, and I'll be connecting with you hopefully this weekend and try to get the product line connected with you. But in any case, I just figured there's three areas I want to make sure you're updated with and you know what's going on. The first one is the Western section. We're going to have a virtual Western section meeting this year. And guess when it starts? Monday. So the virtual Western section meeting is starting Monday morning at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Actually, be there a few minutes early, like at least 15 minutes early. Be there a half hour early. I'm going to open the doors a half hour early. We have sign-in codes and whatnot that you will have to sign in to get your CEU credits. The Western section, I'm absolutely elated at the registration. We've got over 100 people registered so far. I'm not sure the exact numbers, but an overwhelming response, and I really appreciate that. We are going to have, I think, a very good lineup for the Western section meeting. And the other extracurricular things we're going to have going on that you need to be aware of. So the way the program next week is going to go for the Western section, we have a morning session, 10 o'clock Eastern to 12 o'clock Eastern. And then at 12:30 to 1:30, we're going to have a virtual vendor booth. Q&A with our vendors. Some of the vendors are actually going to be talking about presentations. And I was supposed to connect with them this week, and I'll get emails out to them, and we're just going to play it by ear because we're going to be live. So you're not going to want to miss it because someone's going to make a mistake. But the cool thing about so remember, 10 to 12 is a technical program that you will get to see, and you'll get the links for those if you registered. Registration for the Western section is going to be down below. You're going to want to register. It's a sweet deal. I think it's $100 for the entire week, and that's 18 CEU credits. Okay, if you're an IAI member. If you're not an IAEI member, then you're going to be at $200, I think, for that week. But in any case, it's a full week of educational materials, 10 to 12 in the morning, 2 to 4 in the afternoon. Now, in between those two sessions, 12:30 to 1:30, we have 15-minute slots for our vendors. And if you've ever gone to a Western section meeting, you'll know that there's vendor row out there, and every section meeting does it a little bit differently. The Western section, in some cases, I think we had the room separate, or we had it out in the hallway. Whatever it is, you have manufacturers, nationally recognized testing laboratories will have booths. There's a lot of individuals who will have booths at these events. So we're going to take that virtual. They've signed up. We have vendors signed up Monday. I'm just going to take a quick look. We've got 3 vendors right now signed up for the Monday event. I know 2 of those. I know one is Schneider Electric Square D. The other is Underwriters Laboratory. I don't know yet who that third one is. That'll be the mystery one, but I'll put those out. I'll be communicating that over the weekend, and we will be talking about it. So every day, the whole day is tied up. So Monday is 10 to 12 technical, and we're talking, I believe that's service entrance equipment with Chad Kennedy. 12:30 to 1:30. We'll definitely have Schneider and UL. Again, I don't know that third one, and we might have a fourth one by then. You never know. It could be Eaton for all I know. And then in the afternoon, we have a 2 to 4, right? So I'm going to have some quick transitions to get things up and running. And so hopefully we'll get out of the vendor stuff by 1:30. I will go live on the link for the afternoon program, and the afternoon program on Monday is on it's the code panel. So we're going to have Tim McClintock is going to be moderating for panelists who will be answering technical code questions, and that ought to be fun. So we'll go through the code panel questions in the afternoon, and then we're still not done. 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night. Now, if there's another event, there's another thing that we do at the Western Section meeting every year. The Wisconsin chapter, Mr. Steve Froming is always in that room, opening it up nice and early and closing it nice and late. And we all, migrate up to the what we call the R&R Ranch, and we enjoy a drink or two, and we talk code. And usually, if you're going to the R&R Ranch, you're going to see the presenters in those rooms. You'll see guys like Jeff Sargent or Mark Early or other people, Larry Ayer, others who will be at these events, who will stop up to get a drink, chat a little bit, and usually there's an argument or two on code. And then they have a great layout, a spread of food, all that good stuff. Well, I can't bring the food and the beverages, but I can bring some of the talented individuals who you would see at these R&R Ranch events in the evenings. So Monday night, we have Larry Ayer, and I believe Donnie Cook will be there with us as well. And Donnie is really technically out of the Southern Section, Chief Electrical Inspector in Shelby County, Alabama. I believe everybody out there knows Larry Ayer. Larry is the Correlating Committee Chair, BizCom Electric out of Cincinnati, Ohio. These two guys, we're going to have a discussion, and Larry's going to share with some of the vision on the National Electrical Code and things that the Correlating Committee are thinking about. You're not going to want to miss the opportunity to hear what Larry has to say about our electrical industry, and also Donnie Cook. Donnie's a very he holds a lot of key positions both at NFPA and UL on the codes councils, and he's just coming off of a chair of a code making panel, which was handling appliances and all that good stuff. I'm drained. It's after 5 o'clock on Friday. I can't remember numbers. But in any case, so that's Monday night. So each day, we're going to have a full menu of options here. So if you, and now the lunch vendor stuff is going to be available to anybody out on YouTube. It will be a different URL, YouTube URL from the technical sessions. We're keeping it separate. I will open up that separate, we will be live streaming. I will be, if they're presenting, they're doing presentations, we will have the presentations out there, all that good stuff. So we're going to let them speak, and you can ask them questions. I'll be relaying that for you through the chat and whatnot. So that'll be in the afternoon. That'll be for anybody on the World Wide Web, right? And that'll be on the Western Section YouTube channel. That's where I'll be streaming that. I might stream that out to Facebook, and I might stream that out to my YouTube site. I don't have a problem with that either. So the more people that get to see that material, but it will reside and it will be on the Western Section YouTube site, and that will be persistent up there, so you can tune in and listen to those vendors. Tuesday is going to be similar. We'll have our morning and our afternoon program. We will have vendors in the afternoon, 12:30 to 1:30. We will have the R&R Ranch on in the evening, and I believe I got Jeff Sargent lined up with NFPA. Jeff is the man now. He's stepped up, filled the boots, which is, I guess, hard to do for Mark Early, because Mark Early retired. And we'll have Jeff Sargent on stage and have a great discussion with him. So send me the questions that you might be thinking about. You want to ask Mark or Jeff Sargent about. Remember, Jeff presides over more than just the National Electrical Code. So he can give us the insight from the NFPA. We will also have again vendors in the afternoon on Tuesday. Now Wednesday, the R&R Ranch, I can't do the Wednesday R&R Ranch thing because I'm presenting ground fault circuit interrupters for an IEEE organization, and I believe they're in Wisconsin. So I will be doing a evening presentation, and I believe that starts at 7 o'clock. So I'll be having to dial into that program around 6:30, and the R&R Ranch is supposed to go from 6 to 8. So I can't do the R&R Ranch on Wednesday night. I've had some people ask me to move it up to like right after and do it like at 4:30 to 6:30, and I could possibly do that. But stay tuned for that. Those will be announced daily. Any of these little adventures that we're going to have. It's going to be a full week. I mean, you're going to want to be engaged next week. And again, remember, if you've signed up for the programs, those URLs that you have will be persistent. So if you've signed up, you will have access to these videos and these sessions, these 2-hour sessions. No one else will have access to that, just you. And that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We won't have an R&R. Thursday, we're not going to have the lunch session because the vendors during the lunch, because Underwriters Laboratories, every section meeting, they have a special meeting, invite only, with electrical inspectors. So if you are an electrical inspector and you go to the Western section, you may have gotten an invite from UL. They have a program where they're running and doing that program in between. I'm not sure when their stop time is, but we decided not to. We did not want to have vendors sitting out there on YouTube land looking for questions, and then have to put an inspector in the decision. Do I go and ask ABB or Eaton or whomever these key questions that I've been trying to figure out on their products, or I want to hear what Eaton has to offer, or one of these other manufacturers, any manufacturer has to offer. We didn't want to put anybody in that to have to make that decision. So we will, though, have an R&R Ranch in the evening. So, grab the thought process is after that 4 o'clock program, go get yourself something to eat, get yourself a beverage, queue up YouTube on your TV. If you've got YouTube TV going on, go out there on the television and queue it up and listen to our discussions and ask questions. I'm going to also... I will be posting the ability for people to send me a note, give me their phone number, and we're going to have dial-ins. So if you want to say something online, you want to tell a story about an issue or whatnot, I will be providing the mechanisms so that you can give me your phone number, and I will be calling you from my phone here and connecting with you, and so that you can either ask your question or have your dialogue. Maybe you want to ask Jeff Sargent a question. We will have the ability to do that. So in any case, you're not going to want to miss next week and the Western section. The links for registration are down below. If you register for the whole week, you're going to know about the vendors and the timing and all that good stuff. You can go out to the Western section YouTube site directly, and I'm going to. I've got it on my. If you're following, you're on my channel. If you're watching this right now, because I didn't stream this anywhere else. If you go to my channels and scroll down, you will find something that has an I in it. One is going to have the Eastern section. The other is going to have the Western section. I'll show you right here. Whoop. I'm going to show you my screen. So give me a break here. Give me a second. Give me a second. 15 minutes. PowerPoint. Boy, I got all these buttons. So let's do studio mode. And I think that I can do PowerPoint. Here we go. This will do. All right. So what you've got here is this is my my channel, right? So if you've come into my channel, you'll see. Let me. This is what I see right now, but in fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to. If you go to my, come into my homepage and you click on channels, right over there. And you'll see all of the channels that I'm following. You know, you got Peter McKinnon. If you ever want to know about taking photographs and things like that, I got UL I'm connected to. IEEE, can't mess with them. And if you scroll down, you will see. And here's another guy right here, BSG Automotive. If you have an F-150 and you're working on your vehicle and you need some guidance, you got to check out BSG Automotive. That guy is good. I changed my intake manifold. I'm going to probably be working on my timing belt. I'm going to take the entire front of my engine off and my headers and replace my my phasers and my chain and do the timing. And he's got some awesome videos. But anyway, right here is where you'll see the Western section. So if you click, when you go to the Western section, this is what you're going to see. This is their YouTube channel. And you'll be able to see all of these are the teasers that we've been making, right? So if you go to videos, you'll see all of the case studies and all of the teasers, little commercials that we wrote where we're talking to the presenters. But you can also, you should be able to also, not sure how to find that. Uploads, there we go. Past live, upcoming live streams. So there you go. Click on all videos, go to upcoming live streams, and look at this. The Western section, vendor Q&A. Western section, R&R Ranch. Vendor Q&A, R&R Ranch. You can set a reminder for each of these right on your YouTube in your space, and you will be reminded when it's ready to go live. And when it goes live, if you subscribe, like I did, and click the bell, like I did, I think I did, I just did, you will know when we go live on this channel to the general public. If it's not a paid presentation that we've got hidden on this YouTube channel, that's a separate area that you won't have access to, you won't be able to see that. But when we go live, like when we go for the R&R Ranch or whatnot, by clicking that subscribe, hitting that bell up there, and doing what I said, when you go to videos, click this down and go to upcoming live videos, you will see all of those areas. And then you can, you know, if I clicked on one right now, it'll just say it's going live in 2 days, September 21st at 12:30. So, and that will probably go live immediately after the program from 10 to 12. I'm going to shut down that feed after that presentation is over, and I'm going to open this one and start the live feed and get all of my work done to make sure that the vendors have their time and everything goes smoothly for them. So that's just some things that we're working on with regard to the Western section. So please check out their YouTube channel, subscribe to it, hit that bell, and remember, check out all of the great stuff that we have on that. All right, so now the next item we have up for bid is the Eastern section. So the Eastern section is going to be, now we're a little late getting out of the chutes on this one, but we got it off cue. The link to subscribe or to register for the Eastern section meeting is down below as well. So check that link out and subscribe, or not, well, I'll show you the Eastern section YouTube channel as well. I mean, if you're watching this, you're on my YouTube channel, but and I got to go back to my channel over here. But in any case, you will you can register for the Eastern. Now the Eastern section, remember, the Western section is doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and a half day Friday. So we got a morning session on Friday. The Eastern section is 3 days, 2 programs, 10 to 12 and 2 to 4 each day. So that's 2-hour CEU credit per day, 3 days. So 4, 8, 12. 12 CEU credits for the Eastern section, 18 CEU credits for the Western section. These are IAEI, the International Association of Electrical Inspector credits. So they are recognized by many different jurisdictions. Be mindful that the Eastern section, now the Eastern section at this point, the program starts, the program starts Wednesday, September 30th. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 hours each day. We've got Fred Hartwell. He's going to be talking about how to pick a conductor. I mean, you can't get better than Fred, and on giving you. I mean, this guy is the editor or the author now of the Electrician's Handbook. I mean, he's on that code panel. You're hearing it from the authority, right? So he's going to give you some really good tricks and tips on proper conductor selection and application. He's going to hit both ends of those terminations and what's in the middle. Talk about ampacity, talk about terminations. You're not going to want to miss Fred Hartwell. We've got Jimmy Rogers, chair of Codemaking Panel 4. This guy's forgotten more about PV than most people know about photovoltaic and alternative energy solutions. He's going to be talking about PV systems and energy storage. Going to be a great discussion. And I tell you what, so we got Bill Brooks at the Western section. If you sign up for both of these, you're going to have Bill Brooks talking about, at the Western section, talking about connecting into the line side of the service or connecting into service equipment and all of the tricks and details there. And then you come over to this one, you're going to hear Jimmy Rogers talking about storage and alternative energy solutions systems. You're going to have two of the most knowledgeable people in the industry on alternative energy solutions at both of these events. There is no reason why you shouldn't sign up for both. Now, the Western section, the Eastern section also is doing a, if you're an IEI member, it's a reduced price. If you're not an IEI member, it's a full price, and it's 50% off if you're an IEI member. So I can't remember how much we're charging. So I gotta look at the tickets. I told you the Western section full. The Eastern section. I mean, if you're an IEI member, $70, $70 for 12 CEU credits, $100 for 18 CEU credits. With the Western section for $170, you've got programs that don't overlap. You're not going to hear the same thing at the Western section that you're going to hear at the Eastern section, and vice versa. We've got different presenters at both of those. There's no reason not to sign up for both. Listen, I have to sit through both of them. You're going to want to sit through both of them. I don't want to be the only one learning stuff. So we have general admission. Again, it's $140 if you're not an IEI member, $70 if you are an IAEI member, providing your IEI member number. It's worth, between the two of these, to just get your membership in IAEI and then register as a member at both of these. Your membership at IAEI is like $120 some. Between the two, you're going to save that with no sweat. $170 to watch both of these, to get 18 and then another 12. So that's all. I mean, you're not going to get that deal anywhere else for $170. And if you're not an IEEE member, it's $240. So just go get your membership and save the money. And then the membership of IEI brings the magazines, brings the opportunities to get other discounts and the networking aspect of it. So just get out there. Now let's take a look real quick at the Eastern section. At the Eastern section website. All right. So here we go. You're on my YouTube channel, so this should look familiar to you, and you should have hit subscribe on mine and also hit the bell on my that way you'll know I'm going live when I go live, and I'm going to hopefully one day be able to get on a schedule. But I am so swamped right now. I can't even I can't keep my head above water. So I go live whenever I can, and all of the live stuff that you've seen this past week and a half has been focused on the western and eastern sections. I'm going live, I think, on Saturday tomorrow. I'm talking to Jeff Simpson he's going to do a presentation on the eastern section. So we're going to probably do a tickler on Saturday. We're looking at our schedules. Remember, connect up with me on LinkedIn and Facebook as well, and get with me on Twitter. I'm tweeting these days. I should be. Let me just double check. But I believe my Twitter account should say I'm live right now. It does. Look at that, Dimitrovich live. So I am live on Twitter, and you would know that if you were following me on Twitter. But in any case, take a look at this. When you're out and you go to my channels, right? You scroll down and you'll pass Peter McKinnon again, the IEEE. You're going to see, I got Mike Holt bookmarked. I got BSG Automotive. I got Underwriters Laboratories. I'm telling you, if you've not checked out BSG, this guy's pretty good. If you're a gearhead, if you like to get under the hood of the car, he's not a bodywork guy, but he is an engine guy. He's really good. Look at this right next to him, Eaton Videos. Didn't mention that last time. Subscribe to the Eaton Videos as well. The IAI Western section, and you look over, there is the Eastern section right there. You click on the Eastern section from my channel, and or find it your own way too, but it's easier if you're already following me to just click on that and then subscribe and hit the bell. If you go to videos, you will see, and click on the uploads and go to past live streams. Actually, right now, I haven't scheduled a vendor meetings. We're talking about that. I was talking to Jimmy Rogers and crew, and we're probably going to do that. I haven't created the registration for that. I got to get the word back from the board of the Eastern section to find out if that's what they want to do. But my gut's telling me that we're going to have just like we're doing with the Western section, we're probably going to have a Eastern section vendor time in the afternoon. The Eastern section doesn't have an R&R ranch. They don't have the Wisconsin chapter with Steve Froming and crew. But if they wanted to do something in the evenings, we could accommodate that as well. That's all right now up in the air. Again, we got a little late out of the chutes on this one. Registrations just opened up yesterday or day before. The registration for the Eastern section is down below. Waterminder just told me, it says time for another glass of water. See, so we got to listen to our watch. We've got our waters, and we're going to have a drink. But we're going to check out and see if we can do the virtual. So don't forget to subscribe to the Eastern section as well. These are all great resources. In fact, if you go onto my channel and you look at, well, we don't have anything subscribed right now, but if you go over to my channel and look at what I've subscribed to, these are some interesting things that you might find interesting. I'm into there's the Alabama Central Division, so they've got a YouTube channel as well. I think Donnie Cook and I have done one presentation up there on service equipment. You can go and watch that video. If you are into playing piano, which I'm learning how to. I'm a musically inclined kind of guy, so I like guitars and stuff. So you'll see, and I love the drummers out there too. So you'll see some stuff. And I believe there's a gentleman out here who rebuilds. There's Paul Jr. Designs. There's a guy out here who rebuilds. There's your Tone DR for guitars. There's a Welders. The Hannah's Bug. She was building a Volkswagen Bug and welding it up herself. And she's a young lady who's probably got a good future ahead of her. IEEE. But there's some guitar stuff. And there's a guy, I think, I'm not sure which one it is, but there is a gentleman out here who, Uncle Buck. Oh man, I'll find his thing, but he works on amplifiers and he rebuilds amplifiers. So if you are a guitar nut or you like amps and things like that, he works through and then does amps. So take a look at those, and you can register through on those, and maybe you'll find some other material out there on YouTube land that you might find of useful for yourself. But by all means, register, please, for the Eastern section and the Western section. All right. And the last thing, first draft. All right. So if you made public input, or if you were involved with the National Electrical Code development process, you'll know that the NEC closing date was the 10th, which was about 8 days ago, because today's the 18th. And I looked at. I just looked at the YouTube. So Steve Froming and Neha Adel Sharif is out there. Thanks for joining, guys. Yeah, Steve Froming, you buddy. You wanna? I'll give you a call. We'll tie you in if you're available. If you want me to give you a call, I'll give you a call. Just say so in the chat. Just say yes, and I'll give you a call, and we can talk a little bit about the R&R Ranch. And Nihad, thanks for joining us. And yeah, complete awesome, buddy. I appreciate you dialing in. So the National Electrical Code public input's closed on the 10th. We are starting our task group work now. So I'm chairing a task group for Code Making Panel 2, and there's 4 task groups. I'm participating in a task group for Code Making Panel 10 because I sit on Panel 10 as well. And I'm sure that each code making panel chair is setting up their task group work. So there is going to be a bunch of work occurring, a bunch of meetings, and I think a lot of those task group works are probably available to the public to view. My suggestion would be to go out to NFPA's website and contact the chair or contact NFPA if there's a specific code making panel that you're interested in seeing what's going on or hearing what's going on. I know as a task group chair, I don't mind bringing in viewers, people just to watch. Now you're not going to be able to say things. You're not going to be able to engage with the task group work if you're not on the task group. But I don't have any problem with somebody saying, hey, I'd like to get on the invite list, and put you on the invite list for anything that I chair. But reach out to either the code making panel members or Jeff Sargent or whomever and say, hey, I'd like to at least listen in on some of the task group work. And, if you're a healthcare guy, panel 15, you want to listen into that. And I'm sure that when we go to our public input meetings, that if you want to be a guest, you could have come to Hilton Head and actually sat around the table or sat around the room. I've done that many a times, and watched the meeting go on and listen. You have that opportunity digitally now too, and you don't have to travel to Hilton Head. So I'd take advantage of that if I were you. I know it'll be an interesting discussion this cycle. So in any case, let me just check. I am going on Facebook too. I'm just going to see if anybody's out there commenting. Alfio, hey buddy, thank you, sir. Alfio, are you going to be at the Eastern section? I think that's your section, buddy. Hopefully, I will see you live, and hopefully, we're able to get a registration in. But that registration is going to be open all next week too. So all the way up to the 30th of this month. We are absolutely into fall. So excellent, buddy. I will look forward to seeing you online. All right, so we got some people out there. So that's if you think about it, I went through the Western section, and I hit the Eastern section, and we talked about the National Electrical Code first draft meetings. So I think those were the key things that I wanted to hit with everybody today. And you got a little bit of a Steve Froming says on Tuesday we're going to have a history of R&R with photos of the days past. Well, that's going to be fun, Steve. Steve, we'll have Jeff Sargent on for a few as well. So we're going to have a good discussion with him. And Joe Bellantoni, you're welcome, buddy. These are crazy times, and we're trying to keep it real, trying to keep engaged with the industry and create platforms for discussion. So hopefully you guys get something out of all of our discussions that we've had so far. I mean, and I know this the whole section meeting discussion meetings that are coming up and all the discussions we're going to have there and materials that we're going to be able to see those are going to be awesome opportunities. So I'll just now the other thing we can do is I can show you the registration, copy URL. Let's do that. Control V. All right, so here we have, look at that. The cap is green, so you can't see the cap. So this is the Eastern section, and this is the registration page. I'll give you just a little sample of what's going on here. This is our agenda. On the 30th from 10 to 12, we got Jeff Simpson. He's going to be talking about Chapter 4 highlights. That's 2020 code change. From 2 to 4, grounding and bonding concepts. Establishing a reliable ground fault current path with Paul Dabrowski and Joe Andre. We've got the wiring selection and meeting every code condition with Fred Hartwell. And we've got 2 to 4, electric vehicle. This is the NEMA field rep. So this is going to be a cool one because this is going to have all 4 field reps. I think we're going to have Tim McClintock, Mike Stone, Jack Lyons, and my buddy Southern field rep. Oh my gosh, Paul. What's Paul's name? Anybody out there know? Man, I'm having a I am having a very difficult afternoon here. Jeez, oh man. It is not Paul. I'm thinking Brian Holland. What the heck's up with that? So Brian Holland, he's our man. He will be here. So all 4 of these guys, we're going to have these 4 guys. We're going to have Mike Stone, who covers the West Coast. We're going to have Tim McClintock. He's the Midwest. And you've seen him before on my channel, I believe. Brian Holland, he is out of Florida. And then we've got Jack Lyons, the Jack Lyons. He's out of Massachusetts, but he covers, and I like this little map, gives you a little area of what their coverage is. So don't, you're not going to want to miss that, but so they're going to be covering electric vehicles, and then October 2nd, PV installations. So we've got a lot of good stuff. Ah, great. Yeah, Jack's had that line up on his Wednesday webinars they do. Yeah, so could have come to I am on the way because I had to work. Plus, I'm driving, so I don't know if you're still alive or not, but you can call if you want. Steve Fromey. Look at him. I don't know. I don't know what this is going to be like. We're going to try this. We are going to try Steve Fromey. F-R-O-E-M. I got to get his phone number here. I got a bunch of different numbers for Mr. Fromey. Which one? I'm going to try this one. General office, direct desk. We don't want his desk. We don't want the general office. Well, I'm going to try it. I don't know if this is going to be it or not. I'll probably get his office. Hey, are you driving?
I am.
Well, that's not good. You shouldn't be driving and talking at the same time, buddy.
Well, at least I can walk and chew gum at the same time. What's up?
Hey, we got you live. I just thought I'd call you just to see how this went.
All right.
So you ready for the Orange Ranch?
Yes, I am. I'm hearing you on delay
Oh,
while
you're
I'm
hearing me on
driving.
delay.
Yeah, because now you're just talking about me on the R&R right now. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
delayed here. Hey, hang on a minute. Let me press pause. All right, now I paused. I paused you there.
All right. You can still hear me, right?
I can still hear you fine there. Yeah.
So you said you want to talk about the history of the R&R Ranch on Tuesday night a little bit, and you're gonna have some pictures.
Yes, we might have Ron Janikowski, the original R of R&R, on there Tuesday night. He's available. He's going to come and give a little bit of the history, and if not, then I'll fill in for that. And then we will have photographs, not digital, actual photos from an album that I'll hold up in front of my camera there, and you can see if they recognize or remember anybody. I came across a couple of pictures of people that would be easily recognizable from like 20 years ago, and I thought, holy cow, that's a little bit of a difference.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now, what
Yeah.
you know what you should do is if you can give me a if you could take a picture of it and send it to me, I can probably put that up on the screen so it'll be easier. So you don't have to try to work with your camera. Just take a photo of it with your camera and email it to me, and we'll see if it works out good.
Yeah, I can look at that. I mean, it's regular photo album, so there's a whole bunch of pictures in them and whatnot. So I'll see if I come across some that are worthy of a prominent position, and try to take a snapshot of that and send it to you ahead of time.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Yeah, that would be absolutely perfect.
Yes, I'll work on that after I do these question and answers that some guy is asking me to send to him. That I keep tweaking to make them perfect, but they're never perfect enough for me.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's Friday, and the Western section starts on Monday. Are you code panel 1 or 2?
I'm on Tuesday.
Okay.
So in my book, that's plenty of time.
That's plenty of time. Okay. All right.
Plenty of time in my book. Yep.
That's good. That's good. Well, so the R&R Ranch lineup that I've got so far is we've got Larry Ayre and Donnie Cook on Monday, Jeff Sargent on Tuesday, and then Thursday I've got David Williams, who is going to be talking about the new style manual for the NEC.
Yes.
So that ought to be a good one, good discussion. So if you're
Yes.
if you're going to have other people, then what I need you to do is, did I send you the meeting invite for Monday night for the WebEx?
I don't recall if I have that or not. I'd have to look back at my emails from you. Yeah, I figured that we just fit people in, not knowing exactly how this will work, particularly since we've never done this before. I just figured we could fit some people in, as they come up, and I'll look for that link, or just send me that link again.
Yeah, what I'll do is
we got a lot of good people that you got lined up, and there might be plenty of questions just come from that. But I thought some would like to know a little bit about the R&R history, and don't take a lot of time on it if we don't need to. But some might want to know where that actually came from. We talked about it a little bit when you and I chatted a couple of weeks ago. But I thought, well, if we can hear it right from one of the R's themselves, that would be the real way to go. And he's going to see if he can become available. And I tried to get old Ray Weber to show up a little bit there, but the signal strength and email and internet doesn't really reach up to the area of the state that he's in there. So I don't know if that's going to be helping. But it should be a good time.
Absolutely, should be a good time. Well, cool beans, brother. I appreciate you picking up the phone.
Oh yeah. Well, I picked up one phone while the other one's playing here. I'm watching you on my cup holder phone, driving and being vigilant, of course. And then my work phone's ringing in my pocket there. So modern technology these days is a wonderful thing when it works, and you are not wanting to be hidden.
I hear you. All right, well, Mr. Froming, we'll let you go. I appreciate you picking up, and I'm looking forward to next week, buddy.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. It's always good to see you online there and kind of give you some teasers and whatnot, and try to pipe in when I can. And I got my higher speed internet supposedly working this weekend, so should have better signal strength on Monday. And I brought home my other headset, so you say that I'll be sound clearer on there. So I want to make you happy there.
Excellent. And you got to work on getting a higher pitched voice.
Yeah.
That's
well,
perfect.
Well, we'll leave that for another discussion.
There we go. All right, brother.
And I got the big giant bottle. The big giant bottle of Fireball is all ready for Monday night as well.
Excellent. And we've got some corn in a jar here at the house, so we should be good.
All right.
All right,
Sounds
brother.
good, man.
All right, Steve. You take care, buddy.
Okay. You too.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you
All
later.
right. Keep it up.
Yep.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Beautiful. Well, Mr. Froming is doing good, and he is ready for the R&R Ranch. We're going to learn about what the R's and R's stand for. That's a good thing. So you're not going to want to miss that. And that will go live. Again, subscribe to that Western Section channel, hit the bell, and you'll be notified automatically when we go live, because that will be free to anybody. You don't have to register for the entire week or for any sessions to be able to join us at the R&R Ranch. All right, so we are good to go. And those are the things that I wanted to talk about. So that's where this stands. I hope you enjoy your Friday night, and I know this weekend I am going to be working hard to make sure that next week goes off. So I'm going to be recording some things this weekend with at least one of our presenters, maybe two, checking in with some of our vendors. Who will be doing the vendor week, the afternoons. So connecting with them to make things. So I will be I'm going to be tied up this weekend and all next week, starting at 9:30 in the morning when I go live, and 8, probably after 8 when we shut down. So we'll see how this goes. Be there. Registration for both the Western and Eastern section are down below. On my YouTube channel. If I'm on Facebook, I don't know where it's at on Facebook. I don't know if it's up above. Oh, and I'm on LinkedIn too. On LinkedIn, I think it's up above on LinkedIn. LinkedIn. All right. Well, it's Beer 30. Thanks for at least stopping in with me and chatting. So take care. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe. And please, by all means, stay healthy. So. All right, everybody. I'm signing off, cutting out of here. Joe Bellantoni, thanks for joining us. Steve Froming, Nihad, awesome. Really appreciate all of you and what you all do for the electrical industry. So take care, and we'll talk to you later. See you on Monday, or maybe Saturday. We're going live tomorrow, or Sunday with Jeff Simpson. I can't remember if we're doing Saturday or Sunday, or if we're doing both Saturday and Sunday, but check out, and we'll be going live this weekend as well, just getting ready for the section meeting. Take care, God bless, and stay safe.